Alright guys, back today with an overview of building out a very high value and easy to use EDC kit. Something that's small and compact and can go with you everywhere you need, including the glove box of your car, on trips, when you're traveling, or just back and forth to work. This is something I like to have with me at all times, and these are the items that I utilize for my basic EDC kits, and generally I have a combination of two. One is more of a boo-boo kit since I have kids that's going to contain pretty much everything you need for minor scrapes, bruises, headaches, sinus congestion, things like that. And then the next kit has a few of those items in there just in case I'm without my med kit, but it really is just a jack of all trades, nice little EDC toolkit to keep around that you never know when you'll need it. And the first thing is starting with an EDC pouch. I've been hyper focused on bringing you guys some really good options for micro EDC pouches from a ton of different companies, even these waxed leather ones. Some of these I've been finding with this real quality zipper for right around 10 bucks. I'll try to leave a link to my favorites in the description below, starting off with these EDC pouches, but anywhere from $8 to about $15 you can grab one of these. And again, if you want more detailed info, subscribe to the channel and check out those videos. Now that we've got our base and we realize the size we're discussing, let's start thinking about what we want to put in it. And the first thing that I'm going to put in my EDC kit is a pocket knife. Now, this one is actually from my company, 704 Gear. These are available on Amazon, and all of these knives feature D2 steel, G10 handles, and we've got some more models coming out that may feature other materials, but generally these are going to be sub $30. This one has a completely reversible pocket clip, solid lockup, and fairly good materials for the price point. We are talking about sub $30. This one in particular has a 15% off code right now, dropping the price on this guy to right at about $23 for this knife. So having a knife like that just handy is great. Now, I always keep one of those in my pocket, but you never know when you'll go out and not have it, so I like to keep one of those in the EDC kit. Now, you may see two knives here. I'm going to consider this a multi-tool. A lot of guys will just carry straight up multi-tools, and I generally keep one in the vehicle, but for an everyday carry kit that I'm going to bring with me when I'm traveling, camping, and things like that, I want something with a can opener, a bottle opener, knives, scissors, screwdrivers, and this one has it all. This is the Super Tinker from Victorinox, a Swiss Army knife, and it's got everything you need, but it's a very compact knife, so it fits everywhere you need to go. Now, you can play with the different pockets in some of these EDC pouches. One pocket may fit something a little bit better and hold it more secure, so you can rotate them around. Now, the next thing I'm going to carry is a flashlight. Oh man, if I can actually carry it in my hands. This one is a ThruNite Archer Pro V2, and the reason why I'm showing you guys this one is this one just happens to be on clearance this week from ThruNite. It's up to 950 lumens. You can long press it and it'll gradient down to the lowest setting and then flash. Then it'll gradient back up to the highest setting and flash. So it's got a ton of potential here. You can also double click to the turbo mode, triple click for a defensive or alert strobe, or long press for a low lumen mode that's going to last for weeks on end for bug out prepping and camping situations. USB-C rechargeable under the head of the light itself, double reversible pocket clip to utilize this as a headlamp. So picking out a multi-use light is going to be key. I actually partnered with a ThruNite on a 704 Gear handheld EDC flashlight that I like a little bit better than this one, but this one right here is on sale right now for a great price, so a good opportunity to grab one of these and get a great discount, $15.99 on that guy going on right now. Now, as you're going through, you may want to start putting things in the center of the pouch, but that's where I wanted to start discussing some of the med items. Now, that's actually what I always carry, knives and flashlights in my pocket, but I like keeping them in this little handheld pouch. Now, for me, some of the medical items that I'm going to carry in my EDC pouch, especially since I have kids, are going to be just 1 or 2 Band-Aids. Now, I grabbed this little pack from the Dollar Tree, and if you're interested in that video where we go to the Dollar Tree and shop EDC and survival items, it's a pretty interesting video. So I'll just grab 1 or 2, nothing fancy, nothing super special, just a good, solid, standard Band-Aid. I don't need these little ones for what I have. This one comes with some alcohol prep pads, but For me, for the EDC kit, not for the medkit, but for the EDC kit, I'm going to throw 2 Band-Aids in there. On top of that, I'm going to throw a pack of ibuprofen. Then I'm going to throw a pack of something like Sting Relief because, again, my kids are always out and about. You never know what there'll be. And then I'm going to throw one of these antiseptic towelettes, again, to wipe down a cut or something like that. And then I may throw in a couple other things like triple antibiotic ointment. But that's about it for the EDC kit itself because, again, we're going to be discussing the med kit. The next thing I'm going to do is put some type of Sharpie or pen in here to jot down notes or something like that. And then internally, I may also include a lighter. Now, for me, I don't smoke or anything like that, but it is nice to have that lighter for a wide variety of things. A lot of times, there's a lot of nylon cordage that you'll cut for a wide variety of situations, and the ends are frayed. You need to melt it off. You may need to start a fire. I've got a couple of burn barrels in the land that I need to start a fire with, so that's a good option. The other thing that I'm always doing with kids is super gluing broken toys or fixing something. These were also grabbed at the Dollar Tree itself, and these are nice little handy things to have for $1.25. So you can throw one of these in your kit depending on where you want to go. Now, right there, we have a pretty solid kit. I like to add a couple more things, but in a nutshell, we have a pen or a marker to write down times or dates or mark something and indicate something, a flashlight. We've got a multi-tool with a wide variety of tools built in. We've got our solid fixed blade knife. Again, we've got some of our medical kit items in here, as well as super glue and a lighter. And now the only other thing that I may add in here, something a little bit extra, would be like a couple of safety pins, couple of paper clips, small little things that have multi-purpose but don't necessarily take up a ton of room. And how convenient is this to have everything in one little EDC kit ready to go? Now, when we are talking about the med kit, I really want to focus on a lot of these individual little packs that you see lying around. I just did a video on these first aid refill kits, and I love these guys right here because they have everything individually wrapped that you would need for emergency situation, not even just emergency situations, but everyday situations. And you can mix and match to what you like and put them in a kit like this so you have everything ready to go. You've got alcohol prep pads, hand sanitizer, hand lotions. You've got non-aspirin, aspirin, anti-diarrhea. You've got sinus congestion. And everything is individually labeled so you know exactly what you're getting and you understand the drug facts on each of these. Now, this is not medical advice by any means, but having these little kits is great because you don't have to buy a whole bottle or take a whole bottle, and you don't have to figure out which pill was what again, or if you're handing out to somebody, they can read the drug facts on them. So having all this stuff in a nice little EDC pouch is going to be convenient, and you just put one or two of everything in there, and you're really prepared. And when at the end of the day, you're carrying around these 2 items, easily fits in a purse, backpack, EDC pouch, like a larger one that you may be carrying, inside your car without like taking up any room, and it gets you prepared for a wide variety of scenarios that I always like to be prepared for. So I hope you guys liked the video. I hope this gives you a ton of different options to build out your EDC kit. A lot of the linking will be in the description below for some of my favorite items. A lot of those are going to be affiliate links, meaning if you click on them, it helps out the channel at no extra cost to you, just brings you right to the sale page, and I greatly appreciate it. If you like this style video, definitely comment what you want to see done next, maybe larger kits, survival kits, and subscribe to that channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.